The Young and the Restless spoilers. Wednesday update, the 8th of July, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City gossips. It is a beautiful day outside, but inside we are brewing with some serious soap opera drama. Grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's dive straight into the absolute madness that our favorite show has served up this week. I cannot believe they are doing this again. I am literally sitting here typing furiously at my keyboard late at night because my brain cannot process the absolute circus that the writers are trying to feed us right now. I mean, are we actually supposed to buy this? And they expect us to just sit here, nod? Patty Williams is back on her absolute worst behavior, and I am losing my mind over this entire stabbing storyline. I have been watching this show for years, and I have seen some wild things, but this takes the cake. Let's just jump right into the absolute mess that is Patty trying to force Jack to protect Diane. Because, sure, that makes total sense. In what universe? Patty is literally standing there with a straight face, claiming that Diane Jenkins Abbott is the one who stabbed both Jack and Patty. I cannot, with this show, sometimes. She stabs Jack because, let's be real, we all know she did it. Tracy knows she did it. The ghosts of Genoa City know she did it. And then she has the sheer nerve to try and pin it on Diane, and she wants Jack to keep it a secret. The manipulation is so deeply unhinged that I actually have to applaud Stacy Haiduk's acting, even while I am screaming at my television screen. But wait, let's actually look at the logistics of this ridiculous lie. Patty expects everyone to believe Diane went on a violent stabbing spree. But did she completely forget about Kyle? Like, did the writers forget Kyle exists? Kyle was literally with Diane the entire time. From the moment Diane finally escaped that creepy, barred room at Dr. Lawrence Markham's house, Kyle has been her absolute shadow. He has been glued to his mother's side. So how on earth is Patty going to prove that Diane stabbed anyone when Kyle can testify and provide a rock-solid alibi that Diane couldn't have possibly stabbed his father? It is the flimsiest frame-up job in the history of Genoa City, and Patty is acting like she just pulled off the crime of the century. And oh my God, can we talk about the whole Lawrence Markham thing for a second? I know I'm getting way off track here, but I have to say it. Lawrence Markham versus Martin Laurent. Are we supposed to be shocked by this ultimate twist? Because I saw this coming from a mile away. I mean, remember when Patty got plastic surgery to look exactly like Dr. Emily Peterson? Yeah, didn't work out too well for anyone involved back then either. So now we're supposed to gasp in horror that Martin Laurent, the same absolute psycho who held Sharon and Phyllis hostage in that clinic, might have gotten a face swap to become Dr. Markham. Actually, wait, I'm contradicting myself. I kind of love it. It is so perfectly, ridiculously soapy. But it also makes Patty's plan even more absurd. She is working with a literal face-swapping psychopath to lock Diane in a padded cell, and then when things go south and Jack ends up with a knife in him, she points the finger at the victim. The audacity is almost impressive, but I am so frustrated that Jack is even entertaining this. Jack is lying there, bleeding, in immense pain, and Patty is hovering over him like a demented guardian angel, trying to blackmail him into silence. She needs Jack to keep her secret. She is manipulating him, twisting the narrative, and trying to force him to protect Diane from these fake charges that she invented. I know some people are loving this dark, twisted Patty era, but personally, I am exhausted. Jack has been through enough. He just found out his wife was held hostage. He was blackmailed for sex by Patty using that horrifying photo of Diane. And now he has a literal stab wound to deal with. Hasn't the man suffered enough? Can we please just let Tracy Abbott handle this? Because we all know Tracy is the only one with the guts to actually drag the truth out of Patty. Tracy is going to rip Patty's hair out, and I will be cheering from my couch when she does. So, because the Genoa City Police Department is basically useless, shout out to Detective Burrow for doing absolutely nothing, Michael Baldwin is stepping in, and he needs Christine's help. Yes, you heard me right. Michael is going to the bug for a favor. I mean, I love Michael. He is a legal shark. But what is this legal strategy? He wants Christine to help navigate this mess with Diane's baseless charges. Let's look at Christine's baffling track record as a lawyer for a second. She literally dropped the charges against Phyllis not that long ago. Okay, fine. Michael proved that the evidence was fake, AI generated by Victor's goons, and Christine ended up getting handcuffed in the middle of the courtroom. It was a massive humiliation for her. So, if Christine can walk away from cases involving people who are notoriously guilty or wrapped up in massive corporate espionage, why on earth wouldn't she drop the charges against Diane? There is no evidence. I'm sorry, but if Christine tries to play hardball with Diane over this stabbing when Kyle is a walking, talking alibi, I'm going to throw my remote at the TV. Michael just needs to sit Christine down, show her the timeline, point to Kyle, and end this nightmare. Christine has no ground to stand on here. She has dropped charges for guilty people in the past, so dropping them for an actually innocent person, at least innocent of this specific stabbing, should be a walk in the park. But knowing Christine, she will probably drag her feet just because she hates Diane almost as much as she hates Phyllis. It is so predictable, and I am already dreading the courtroom scenes. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself again. I can't even finish venting about the Abbott stabbing drama without pivoting to the other Abbott who is currently driving me up a wall, Billy, William Abbott, the eternal man-child of Genoa City. I am so sick of his endless whining. Am I the only one who is entirely over Billy's tantrums regarding Jill? Billy is literally throwing a fit because he needs to know Jill's motives. He is crying to anyone who will listen that his mommy doesn't trust him enough. Let's look at the facts here, people. Jill literally funded his new company. She gave him the money. She opened her checkbook and backed his play. But is that enough for Billy? Nope, because she didn't do it generously enough. I cannot believe the entitlement of this man. He is a grown man with children. He has blown up his life more times than I can count, and he is whining that his allowance isn't big enough to make him happy. He has ruined his relationship with Victoria. He ruined things with Lily. He almost tanked Chancellor Winters. He had that ridiculous podcast phase where he just talked to himself in a dark room, and now he is failing Sally. Poor grieving Sally, who just lost another baby in a horrific car crash because Billy and Jill couldn't stop questioning the paternity. And instead of stepping up and being a supportive partner, what is Billy doing? He is obsessing over Jill's money and her motives. And now he's demanding to know what Jill has planned for him next. He is basically threatening that if her next move isn't amazing, he's going to throw a tantrum, a literal tantrum, like a toddler in a grocery store who didn't get his candy. Oh, my mom didn't give me enough millions of dollars, so I'm going to rebel and be reckless again. We have seen this storyline 50 times. Remember when they tried this with Billy a few years ago? When he rebelled against the family? gambled everything away and blamed everyone else for his mistakes. Yeah, didn't work then either. It's just exhausting to watch a character refuse to grow up. I mean, what does he think Jill's motive is? She is a businesswoman. She wants a return on her investment, and she knows her son is a walking liability. Of course, she isn't going to just hand him a blank check and say, "Go have fun, Billy boy." She is keeping him on a leash, because every time she takes the leash off, he runs straight into traffic. I am completely on Jill's side here, and I don't care who knows it. If Billy wants to be treated like a respected CEO, maybe he should start acting like one instead of pouting because his mommy didn't give him enough praise. It just feels like everyone in Genoa City is losing their minds right now. You have Patty running around stabbing people and blaming the hostage he just tortured. You have Jack lying in a hospital bed being blackmailed to keep a secret that Kyle can easily disprove. You have Michael begging Christine to do her job and look at the actual facts for once in her life. And then you have Billy sitting in the corner, crying over his trust fund while Sally's life is falling apart. I just need the writers to give us a break. Give Jack some peace so he can recover from being stabbed by a lunatic. Let Tracy beat the truth out of Patty, because honestly, Tracy going feral is the only thing keeping me going right now. Let Michael and Christine actually look at Kyle's alibi and throw Patty's ridiculous accusations in the trash where they belong. And for the love of all that is holy, tell Billy to grow up, get a real therapist, and stop relying on Jill to fund his midlife crises. Okay, I think I have finally vented enough. My blood pressure is returning to normal. But seriously, if they actually try to arrest Diane for this stabbing, I am organizing a protest. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as frustrated as I am, because I feel like I am taking crazy pills watching this show lately.